Dreemers are Ben Patrick on guitar, Robert Keith on bass, Natalie Gracehammer on drums, and all of us on vocals. We blend together 50s, 60s, 70s, and contemporary sounds from garage, soul, surf, blues, and new wave. We've had the pleasure of playing lots of really awesome shows in the area, including Porch Rocker last year.
Currently, we're working on an album called Beach Mode. Beach Mode is a kind of state of mind you can develop when you decide to leave all the chaos behind and pretend you're on the beach. So, our new album kind of explores not only the freedom you can find on the beach, but also the sort of obstacles you can find on the way to beach mode.
Traumatic experiences, confrontation with friends and family, frustration with politics, or a violent introduction to a new neighbor. All these experiences can lead to an overwhelming emotional state, and all these experiences provide inspiration for the songs and concept of our album, Beach Mode. Music for us is a healthy way to channel and express our emotions.
A fun fact about the Dreemers is we used to have a fourth member. He was a guitar player, and he was only a part of us for our very first show. He was a longtime friend of ours that we knew struggled with a serious addiction problem. We chose to ignore that because he was a great musician. He always had this idea you had to do drugs to be creative. Our first show ever in our friend's basement ended in a complete belligerent and bloody mess because of this fourth member was abusing drugs and alcohol. This incident was a tragedy for all three of us, and we're sad to have rarely spoken to him since. Our song, Rock and Roll Death Wish, was a way for us to process that night. Rock and Roll Death Wish is the first song off of Beach Mode. It's about the obsession with the 27 Club, where many great musicians have died too young because they have lived abusive lifestyles. This song is a critique about the outdated idea that you have to live fast and hard to play rock and roll music. As a new drummer, even though this was discouraging, I'm glad we found it.
Come on, baby, now, do the rock and roll twist. Come on, baby, now, touch your rock and roll wrist. Everybody's doing it. A rock and roll death wish. Come on, baby, now, let's break some glass. Come on, baby, now, let's go for a crash. Everybody wants it. Rock and roll death wish.
One of the first people to introduce me to rock and roll music was my Uncle John. He lived in Florida, and he was really cool, and he would drive me around and share all his favorite music with me. My cousins and I really loved him because he was different and sort of weird and undeniably cool. He also got us slushies at 7-Eleven. He loved the Velvet Underground. In 2014, my uncle died of a heroin overdose here in Akron. And losing him, about 6 months later, I wrote a song about him. Or rather, I wrote a song as him. I wanted to have a conversation with him about what happened, so I just imagined what he might say to me. He told me, "It's all right." He also had this cat, and I was entrusted to take care of this cat after he passed away. And the band and I really grew to love this cat. Losing the cat, though, because she was sick, was like losing him again. And so I added a second verse to the song, this time me speaking as a cat. So it goes a little something like this. If I should die, don't cry, just bury me. If you me find on floor, just carry me from floor to door. It's alright, I don't mind, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Oh, if I go down, don't frown, just wait for me in the place that we loved each other carefully. And so these are these other things that I thought the cat might say to me.
In 2014, Robert and I moved into a house in the historic Goodyear Heights. Upon first moving in, I decided to dedicate one hot and sweaty afternoon to digging up a patch of well-rooted grass with only a spade shovel. Robert comes home to his surprise and finds that patch of grass transformed into a garden. Unlike myself, who was dreaming of all of the vegetables to be harvested there, Robert immediately began to panic that the garden is planted partially on our neighbor's property. We attempted to knock on his door, but no one seemed to be home. An older man suddenly emerges from his dilapidated red house. He introduces himself with an aggressive, angry shout. "You boys have got to know better than that." His arms flailed, his body language threatened us as he continued to repeat that phrase. I tried to console our neighbor by offering him vegetables from the garden and apologizing for our honest mistake. This angry dispute made us fear that we were very unwelcome in our new community. This encounter was channeled into a rhythm and blues song from our neighbor's point of view. Come to my house, tell me what I see. I see your boy coming round, tearing up this world for free. This world ain't free, darling. You got to know better than that. This world ain't for you or me, honey. You got to know better than that. Oh, better than, 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 better than that, than that, than that, than that. You boys have got to know better than that. Then they come to my house and they dig up my land.
Then that, then that, then that.
Thank you, guys.